Welcome to hobbyhottips.com. Today we're going to be using our green stuff push templates to convert a troop, giving him some nice pelts and a tail and a head. So first we're going to roll out some green stuff, get it a nice even smoothness, and then we're going to put some water on our push template, roll it flat, and then start using the end of our hobby knife to press all around the template. And you can see as the green stuff starts rising, that's what we're going to scrape off using our scraper. So we want to get it kind of thick, so we're pushing pretty hard to get the details out. And we'll get some water on there. We're going to start with the claws first on the top and bottom, and then we'll kind of saw to meet in the middle. And that'll give us a nice full pelt, giving us the front and back legs of the wolf. And then after we're done sawing, just pull it off and we can use it again later. Now we're going to use the hobby knife and start pushing in some details of fur, starting with the legs and moving on up. And you can see it kind of gives it a nice spreading effect, so that those legs that might kind of look like frogs now, they do get wider as you do the pattern. So we kind of thought of that, and it gives it a nice wide but light look to the pelt. Just put some super glue on the back. As you can see, we don't have the backpack on. It's something we'll add on later. And then with our scraper, we'll apply it. You'll see it'll come up as you're sawing. Just push it back down. And once it's stuck forever, so make sure you put it on there exactly where you want it. And now we're going to use the rubber sculpting tool to kind of push everything in place where we would like the pelt to look like it's hanging, and then we'll add the backpack. And now we're adding some fur, more fur effects on the edges of the green stuff. You can see it kind of has that look to it, a softer look, but if you drag your knife down over the green stuff, it makes it look more like hair. And you can use a hanger to make a little hanging station so that the pelt looks like it's flowing through the air. Now we're going to use the wolf tail template. So we rolled out green stuff, now we're pushing it through. And you can see it doesn't look like, it looks like two tails, but we're actually going to fold the smaller tail over the top to give us more material to sculpt. So scrape and flip. And then lift up the template so we can use it again. Now we're using a soft pointy sculpting tool. You can see where there's crevices, we push it down into the other folded piece of green stuff, and it's starting to form a nice long hair effect for the hairy tail. And this is something we're going to super glue onto the seat of the pants of the Space Marine. So right there near the base of the tail, we kind of use the hobby knife to give our little pattern that we usually do for fur, but as it goes down we give more of a long hair sculpt, dragging the knife, making the longer strands of hair. And then we scrape it up with our scraper, put a dab of super glue on the seat of his pants and stick it right there. Looks pretty good. It's nice because the legs are at a different distance than the tail, so they don't stick together, and it gives it a nice three-dimensional look. Then we use the soft sculpting tool to kind of work it into the crevices. Now we're going to use the wolf head template. We get it a nice piece of green stuff, kind of make it wet, thin it out, and you'll notice that this template looks like it has two heads on it, but again, same with the tail. The lower portion is going to be cut out and flipped over to give us more material to sculpt the wolf head. Press it nice and firm so we get enough green stuff to squish out. Then we cut and flip, and then we'll cut again. Now to sculpt, we use the knife to push in indents for the eyes, and then all the hard, solid edges around the head. You just use the side of the knife to kind of push some hair out. And then same with the brow and the nose. You just make those hard cut lines that the template gives us, and then just pull them down onto the surface of the acrylic sheet so they look like hair. And from there you just move up and do another layer of hair, and then move up and do another layer of hair. Right there I'm using the knife to make a brow so it looks like he's frowning. and scrape it up, super glue, and stick the wolf head right there so it looks like the trooper is wearing a full, complete pelt, head, body, and tail. And then with the knife, you just go ahead and sculpt the detail in the nose, pulling the hair down so it goes to the other pelt that you've already placed there. You can even pull up the ears so it looks more wolf-like, and then give more detail to the face, curving the nose so it looks like has a little more shape to it instead of having that flat look from the acrylic. And then just keep everything else with the free flow. We will use gravity and hang this miniature up so that the green stuff, we'll use the gravity to pull all of the hanging parts to the side and away instead of having everything just fall down and get stuck to the base of the character. So there you have it. There's the finished product. As you can see, all the tail and the arms have that flowing look from us hanging it. And then there's the wolf head. So if you like this, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and go to our website and check out our green stuff push templates.